Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of the Drive Marketing. Tonight, Corey and I are going to visit with the crew from the Share the Brands Bred Female Sale that's to be held June 4th at College Station. Tonight, we've got a host of guys over here under Share the Brands, and Jeff Jackson looks like he's riding in the car. We're going to visit tonight just a little bit, guys. Good to have you on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, Brett, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Stock, take just a minute and tell us the story behind Share the Brands and thought process behind it, who all's involved, and the skinny on it.
We started this cow sale last year here in College Station. It's got Brian Martin, Jeff and Jared Jackson, Jake Frankie and Carl Muntean, Laramie Priest, and then Corey Marsh. He threw some cows in it. This will be his first his first year in it. Have it there at the Beef Center, Texas A&M Beef Center at 6 p.m. on June 4th. There's all kind of variety of cows. We've got Americans, Charolais, blacks, shorthorns, all different varieties out of a bunch of stuff that's been winning here lately. And we're just extremely excited to offer all this stuff to the public. And, you know, if you're not able to be there at College Station on Saturday, CCI, we'll have it on CCI. And if you're there, we'll be glad to see you. And you can call any of us if you have any questions or need anything. Raise your hand and bid a lot.
Absolutely. A set of guys, Corey, no stranger to the backdrop, but sure also no stranger to getting there with their own programs. The guys that they not only sell them high as we saw this spring, but they get them across when it matters.
Absolutely. And I think what I saw, paging through this catalog today, these cattle are backed by proven cow families. Brian, touch on a little bit some of those cow families that are represented in this sale.
Well, we've got this a cow called C15, which she's MAB out of a Jake's Proud who Charlotte, and she raised the champion steer at San Antonio this year, and she just flat out produces. Like two of them brought 90,000 last year, and like I said, one of those won San Antonio, and there's a In God We Trust daughter out of her this year she's a bred, and she is flat incredible to look at. She's got the running gear. She's hairy. She's built slick sheared, but she's flat built good. Yeah. And then we have C75. C75, which is a sib, which is a mother to Knock Knock. And there's a full sib to Knock Knock in there. It's lot one. And then there's a black one also that's out of Here I Am. That's awesome to look at. And we think both of them right there can produce stuff that can make a lot of money. And the partners, like, I'm just selling half interest of a few of them, but we'll sit there and negotiate. We'll probably wind up keeping her at our house in Cavanagh, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do about flushing or IVFing and doing all that, so we can bank up the partners plenty of eggs so that they can make plenty of money in the future.
Absolutely. Jeff, your program as well built upon quality cow families. Visit with something about your program.
We've got, compared to Brian, of course, we've got a multitude of cow families, probably not based around just one or two, like Brian's will be, that are more focused on. Ours are probably a little more spread out. In this particular offering, I brought a lot of different breed types. We've got Americans, we've got red-hided cattle. Of course, we've got our typical blacks and smokes. Probably, I guess, in my opinion, a couple neat features that we have besides the gray cow that we've got posted on here. We've got some breeding cattle consigned in the sale as well. We've actually got a broker Hoodaman that's in the sale. She was Supreme Female at Austin last year. That family and I've got putting her back in the sale. We've got a Paradox out of a Whiskey Kelly. Anyway, just a lot of versatility in ours. Same thing backed by a lot of good cow families we have. We've got a 1970 daughter that's in there as well. 1970 is probably one of our most prolific club kid donors that we have. Recently, we had Reserve Grand at the Patriot with a calf we sold bird a year ago. Matter of fact, Brian, I think Sage showed a 1970 daughter that won a bunch out in West Texas at those
Yep.
jackpot. A lot of diversity is what I'll say about my group as a whole.
Gotcha. Good.
Laramie, what about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm kind of highlighting on that lot 20, that shorthorn cow. I'm only going to offer half interest on her. I actually got her up out of Iowa, out of a red hot cow that's done a good job for them Bigfoots up there. Cows raised several high dollar calves that gone through Bonhams. There was one calf that a lot of people thought probably that first year Doug Husfield judged that Newman's nephew had a shorthorn that dang sure could have won that shorthorn breed and competed for the show, and ended up being a little lower in class than he might have should have, but that was dang sure a dang nice calf. We're going to offer half interest of her, kind of like Brian said. We're just going to kind of have to negotiate. I want to calve her out, make sure she cleans out and does everything right, and then figure out how we're going to generate the most money and the most revenue for the new owner or the half interest owner in her. A couple other big donors at cow families of mine. There's two of those in gods out of that queen cow that I bought from Newman, actually out of this sale. I guess it's been 5 years now that I was a high seller for $40,000 for half interest. I'm offering two of them out of her. One of them's clean, one of them's dirty. One of them has already had one calf, and I'll be about the only daughters I'll ever offer out of that cow, and they're dang nice. To raise some slick shear built cattle. There's another daughter, that lot 10, that's out of that new 5406 donor that I bought half interest of from Newman. That cow on her first calf crop would have raised the grand at Austin for his nephew. This will be a natural calf out of her. That cow, unfortunately, got stifled. Probably going to be limited in terms of how many times we're going to offer anything out of her. But the cow just calved, and we're going to try to get her going back in reproduction. But that lot 10 is a dang good footed, good maternal, good bodied kind of cow that's out of proven genetics, both on Newman's side of the things and on she hails from the horn livestock. So dang nice cow. And then obviously there's a couple out of that 1500 cow, and then there's Wade Rogers sent some down out of that 1244 cow, and all the guys up in the north things sure know what she's had.
Yeah, I seen a litter of them calves out of her at Luke's the other day. They will for sure know what that cow is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal. Yep. Go ahead, Corey.
And is that you, Corey? Is that Corey Marsh back there?
Corey Moore.
Yep. 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 What about your offering, Corey?
My main offering will be that lot 19, the shorthorn cow that's got the full page. That's an incredible female. Her feet and legs are incredible. Her build in general. It's hard to put a neck on one like that and pass it on down to her offspring. If you look at that, the lot 18 was her very first calf that she carried when I bought her as a bred heifer from Ty Webster. It was one of the higher selling calves in his bred sale back that year, and pretty much been trying to raise a bunch of red-hided ones here in our place, and that's what we're offering, quite a few red-hided ones in this sale.
Gotcha.
You bet.
Hey, you guys, obviously, those that don't know you, we'll touch on it just a little bit. You guys market quite a few cattle throughout the year. I think part of this bred heifer offering is the thought that hopefully someday you guys are going to build some customer base. So I'm assuming you're going to want to market the offspring out of these things. Is that right?
No doubt. No
Absolutely.
doubt.
Absolutely.
That's we all have sales. We sell in private treaty also, and anything that any of us guys, the offspring that we sell, and the calves they raise, if those guys want some help in order to generate revenue, we're there to help them 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah. Whether that's helping you mate those donors the right way or helping get those cattle in a good home. You guys do a great job of that. And I think these people need to hear that this is a good reason behind what you're doing. So
Yep. And another guy that's in our cell, but he's not here. Here is Jake Frankie, and he is well known for his Americans by far.
right.
Corey,
What's that? My fault.
Yeah.
I said Jake Frankie. He's not here to
Hey, he's
here to be with us right
he's
now.
the he's the king of the wangle dangles right there. Jake
right.
Frankie
He's
is
king of the
for
wangle.
sure.
Yep.
He is.
The
And he's
Wangle Angle
nice
mask.
Americans in the cell too. So
You bet. Yeah.
hey, he does have a few
Hey,
crosses here.
he sold the hell out of them things in his online sale this year. Holy buckets! Them American steers brought a lot of money.
Hey, ain't no doubt he can get it done.
Yeah, they picture
Unbelievable.
them like right after they get them dry. They're born, they get them dried off, and they picture them like they're just like 12 hours old when he's picturing them.
Pretty soon they won't even be dried off. He'll be selling them. Better than hell. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, let's dive right into these things. BM, you've got this lot 33, an in guide out of the famous C15. Tell us what you're thinking getting rid of one like this.
I always want to offer some of the very best stuff to my customers, and she's one you would think, why in the world am I selling her? But I'm offering her to the public. I'm keeping half so that I can help whoever buys her to make a lot of money, and then maybe whoever buys her wants to raise them and keep them for their kids so they can win something. And I think she can sure enough produce that. But she, like I said, she's an in God we trust out of that C15 cow, and that C15 cow she don't miss a beat. Like we sold half interest of a big dog heifer out of that cow, and she brought 95,000 in my steer sale. And this one right here, and guess what? They've got to wait around for about another year and a half or so, or 2 years, in order for us to really start making some revenue. But this one right here, a guy could jump right in, and it won't be very long. We'll be baking eggs on her.
Right.
Well, the size of her feet, Brian, make me believe that you got a neighbor that once runs rhinoceroses, and he had one jump the fence. I mean, them suckers are huge.
She's got the big feet and she's got the big fur. I'm talking, she was hairy as hell, and I mean, it's in the way she's built though. She is slick shoe built with all the other bells and whistles to go with it. How's that?
Yeah, I'd say bells and whistles doesn't fully do the job there, but we'll go with that, Brian. Yeah, good build. Bred to a Titan son, is that right?
Yeah, bred to a Titan son, and I bet everything out of them Titan sons that I've had, if you get a 65-pounder, that's very big.
Oh wow!
Most of these things are between 50 and 60. They are just, I mean, those are by far the best bulls I've ever had for this calving deal when it comes to these club calf bred things.
Gotcha.
Heck yeah. This next one we're going to talk about is going to be the Lot 39 cow, a Huff and Puff daughter, brought to us by Jeff Jackson.
Yeah, lot 39, I think, is one that's very, very special to us. She's basically what she is. She'll be a coming second calf heifer here. We bought this heifer. Bob Bruns and I had bought her out of Colin Eichler's herd, actually there, Corey, there in South Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
She goes back. She's a full sister to all those steers that he's raised. Bruns and I've sold a bunch to like Besner and different guys that's shown out there in West Texas that's done well in Fort Worth. A couple years ago, we sold one to Jeff's that Bell showed that did very, very good there at OYE. This would just be another full sister to them. Kind of like Brian said, we're just basically selling half of this one is what we're doing. The same thing goes. We'd like to kev her out here, get a calf on the ground, get her going. and then we'll be ready to start flushing her. She's absolutely impeccable structured. She's great big bodied. She's loaded with power. She's got a killer look. Probably the coolest thing I like about her is that I think this one could raise both haired and slick ones. She's got enough base width and enough just genuine power that she can raise slick ones, but she has a good hair coat on her, and just her pedigree would read that she would sure raise some haired cattle. Like I said, I think she's one that I, for somebody, will make just an absolutely huge impact on their herd.
Right. Bred AI bred to Tonto and cleaned up with a red Angus son.
We AI'd her to Tonto, and then we've got a red Angus bull that we cleaned up a lot of the younger cattle with in this sale. We actually let that bull breed a lot of our show heifers that come back here of our customers to get bred. And so he wasn't busy, so we let him clean up some of these younger cattle in the sale, just so we knew we wouldn't have any problems on the cleanup side.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, that's also one thing about actually the way that all of our stuff is bred. Like I said, the younger cattle are all bred to a purebred red Angus bull, and all the mature cattle are bred to a high percent key bull. So basically what we've set any of our new customers up or returning customers up for is, like, any of those female progeny that come out of any of these cattle in the sale, they are all registrable. All female progeny out of our cattle will carry a set of registration papers with them that can show at any state fair or national fair or Kansas City, Louisville, Denver, any of them, Congress. So I think that's one thing maybe unique about our set of cattle is any of the female progeny out of them that are out of those two cleanup bulls will carry registration papers.
Awesome.
And that one right there, she's triple clean, Jeff?
Triple clean, yes, sir.
Triple clean. And I tell you, up in our country, mating, these huff and puff cows are starting to surface, and that mating back to that dang In God We Trust has been one that you kind of see happen up here quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
And with her being clean, it makes it a lot more mess free. That's for sure.
Absolutely. One thing, if you don't mind, I'd like to touch back on those Titan bulls of Brian's. You know, nearly every year we purchase a bred out of the sale of Brian's that are cleaned up to those bulls. And, you know, Brian, I can vouch for you. There's no doubt in the last 4 or 5 we've bought from you, we've never had to touch any of them.
It is. It's flat. It's nice to be able to not have to worry about it.
Absolutely.
Right. Good deal. We touched on it a minute ago. Corey Marsh, this lot 19, a shorthorn female, red, white, and roan. Wow, look at the build on this one, Corey.
Holy cow. And you said she come from old Ty Webster up there in Iowa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I bought her as a bred heifer out of his bred heifer sale in, I believe, 17 or 18.
Yeah. Boy, her neck set is unbelievable.
And really, in Chile, and the pictures don't do her justice. When you see her in person, it's way, way more impressive to see that animal in person. She carries, and being sheared off, I thought at first we might have messed up a little there, because when she has 6 to 8 inches of hair on her year round, and she is also double clean, TH and PHA clean.
Whoa!
Oh, wow!
If you're looking to raise shorthorns, this is her right here.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
She's one of them.
That would be fairly unique to have one built this way and be clean as well, wouldn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is she?
What was that?
This one's bred to flatliner.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Woola Newmans.
Okay. Good deal.
Yeah, them flatliner calves are really, really good. We've all had some of them, and they're way, way, way good.
Is he a solid red bull then, or is he shorthorn colored?
gold, but you'll get a shorthorn.
Yeah, he's a gold color bull, but you can get all
But you
colors.
can get Shorthorn. Yeah. Yep. You bet. Hey, this next one we're going to talk about is lot 20. He comes to us, brought to us by Laramie. They call him the Knockout King Priest.
That's right. That's right. After this weekend,
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say that
Oh yeah.
that's going to stick.
uh-huh.
Big pepper. You dang right. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's this is a heifer. When I went up north, I guess last year, I just absolutely couldn't live without her. And was a heifer I wasn't really intending on selling, but when I was committed to probably putting my absolute best cattle that I have in this sale. And I'm just going to offer half interest on her, kind of like the rest of the guys and the ones we're kind of featuring. Heifer's just flat out incredible. I mean, if when the few people who saw her as an open heifer, I mean, she is absolutely impressive. I mean, she's got feet, hair hanging off of her. Heifer's neck comes out high. She's backed by a proven red hot cow that those Bigfoots have up there in Iowa. Kind of jumped the gun earlier and told you about that calf of Newman's, and then those people have had a couple bulls that Lautner's have promoted out of that one's mom, and there's a bull that we're hopefully getting to come down for our bull sale next year. That's flat out incredible. That's triple clean. So she's backed by a good cow. This female is just absolutely impressive. Maybe not the biggest one in the world, but dang sure a shorthorn cow that's pretty impressive. We've had a couple of shorthorn cows that have done us a real good job. There's a 1776 and a 1777 that have sold some real high dollar shorthorns, and I think this is probably the best shorthorn cow I've had yet. And I think she's going to be flat out awesome. Heifer kind of like Jeff and kind of like Brian said, I want to calve her out, make sure she cleans up, and then if the new owner wants to run her, that's fine. And if not, I can name sure run her, and we'll figure out what we're going to mate her to after. So,
Hey, I'll say it like this: she's been at my house for a while. I've been feeding her, and I get to walk through them and see them every morning when I'm feeding them. And I'm telling you, she stands out like a sore thumb. She is flat incredible to look at.
she's different.
And you said earlier she's a full sister to the Newman steer that was real popular there 3 or 4 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, as a lot of people like to say, the crowd favorite.
The only guy that didn't like her was Husfield. How's that?
Yeah, there you go. Everyone else liked that calf pretty good.
But hey, guess what? None of our opinions counted that day. So.
No, none of them.
But nobody got that calf.
And then I mean, I want to touch like Jeff said. All my red-hided females and some of them gold ones are bred to a new low birth weight triple clean shorthorn bull that I own with Jess Shirley. We've had a bunch of them out of that bull so far that Jess has had. Them cattle come out easy. Cattle are small. They're colored up and very good built. There'll be some more. Newman leased that bull last year and put them on the second calvers, and they'll start having them pretty quick. And then all the black ones and the gold ones are bred to a bull I call the right kind, which actually would be a full SID to Newman's flatliner. The bulls, I've had a bunch of them out of my first calf heifers. This will be about his third calf crop, and then things come out small and more quality. So hopefully the first one coming out of the gates, things sure good, and you get to kind of see a representation of what that female might raise the first time right out of the gates.
Yeah, heck of a deal. We touched on Dr. Frankie being a part of this sale. The next one comes lot 79, an American female out of Neighbor's Bull. Who's what we got going here, Brian?
Well, that's a full brother to Patriot, and hey, them Patriots, heck, can't even buy that semen. When you do, it's higher than hell from him because those things are flat good. And this female, just by, I mean, when you see her in person, it ain't no lie. That picture in her is incredible. And looks like to me, she could raise a real good one for Fort Worth or a slick one. I don't know a whole lot about the donor cow, but being a solid gold, that looked like to me it clicked really good. So I would say, and plus some of them other ones he's got in the sale, he'll get along real good. He's got a really good set put together.
Right. I gotcha. So, College Station, this Saturday, the 4th, 6 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Good deal. And just in terms of trucking, where are most of these cattle at, Brian?
They're on the way right now.
We just shipped them out at 7 o'clock tonight. They'll be there in the morning at 5.
So they'll be ready to look at. I'd say the best part would be start looking at them Thursday.
Yeah.
Let their feet get underneath them, but they will be there. Most of them will be there by noon tomorrow, and but Thursday on through Saturday, just come and take a look.
Okay, good deal. Live auction.
We've got certain guys that'll be trucking for us after the sale. So if you need help to get one somewhere, hey, don't worry. You can buy one. We will find a way to get it to you. How's that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're going to have CCI there representing the absentee bidding, and they're also, are they listed on Steer Bidder?
Yes.
They are.
Yeah, you can see videos of them on Steer Bidder. You can see all the information on Steer Bidder. Just go to Steer Bidder, take a look at them.
You know.
If you didn't,
Pretty impressive set of sale consultants as well. I mean, there should be no reason a guy can't get a hold of somebody and get a accurate representation of these cattle. Without a doubt. So anyway, well, guys, hey, thanks for visiting with us tonight. Good luck your sale coming up, and as always with you guys, it's always high quality. It's always good stuff, and thanks for spending an evening with us visiting about them.
Hey, thank
you.